Do we want to play your game, by the way?
Yeah,
I'm down.
Let's do it.
You guys want to hear a story? All right, so
What are we going to call it?
am I in the wrong here?
All right.
So that's not always going to be it. This is reading Reddit stories. I'm just going to read you guys some Reddit stories. This one is a curated list from BuzzFeed, which is great. So on the Am I the A-hole Reddit thread, there are a couple different options when somebody submits a story. There's
Am I the a-hole for breathing right into the mic right then?
Yeah. So it's either yes, you're the a-hole, they're the a-hole, or everyone sucks here. Okay?
Yeah.
So these are all stories where everyone sucks. We are not leaving with that opinion, though.
So you, the reader,
Yep.
or the person in the story?
No. So the person telling the story,
Okay.
the person that the story could potentially be about.
Gotcha.
So say a best friend is writing this post about something that his friend did to him. He's like, am I the a-hole in the situation for treating somebody this way?
Gotcha.
So either you're the a-hole, they're the a-hole, or everyone sucks. No one's in the right. Everybody's wrong here.
Cool. Let's do it.
These were all reviewed. The majority of the reviews were everybody sucks. So you guys don't get to have that opinion, though.
All right. Let's
Here's
do
our
it.
first story.
Okay.
Am I in the wrong for giving my stay-at-home mother wife a written performance review with suggested areas needing improvement? That's the title. What are our initial thoughts?
Here's the problem. I have
My initial
just
thoughts
enough.
will get us canceled.
Yeah, I have just enough twisted a-hole in me.
Yeah.
At least it's not on me.
Now remember,
to
Put on your OnlyFans.
to put on my OnlyFans. Yeah, I have just enough on me to ask the question:
why is he asking?
what was the reviews?
Right?
I'd like to know the reviews.
And again, like this was voted on by Reddit, very popular website, one of the most popular websites in the world. And it was determined that everyone's wrong here. So
did everybody else get to read the
yeah, so they
reviews?
saw this whole post. And so all the comments, like you leave in the comments what your vote is. And then like I don't know how it works, but like you tag your vote and then eventually like
So are we supposed to guess this just based off the title, or are you going to give us...
no, I'm giving you the full story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's have
And
a
again,
story.
you're not guessing because the internet decided that everyone sucks here. I just want you guys, you don't get to pick that everyone sucks.
Yeah, we gotta
You
decide.
have to decide
Gotcha.
who is wrong.
I'm
Gotcha.
with you.
I'm here.
All right. So, am I in the wrong for giving my stay-at-home mom wife a written performance review with suggested areas needing improvement? I, 33 male, share one child, 6-year-old female, with my wife, 36-year-old female. She has another daughter, 13-year-old female, who lives with us full-time, and we also have custody of our niece, 15-year-old female. The teens are each other's best friend, and they share a large bedroom, which was done at their request. The home dynamic here is pretty much mom and the youngest against the teens, with me being the referee between everyone.
It's tough.
My wife has taught the youngest she can blame others for her actions to avoid consequences. Just says the word, and one of our teens will get punished without question. There's no doubt the youngest is my wife's favorite. I love her, but she's becoming nothing more than an entitled brat. As just a mere example, my wife and I had an appointment we both needed to attend. When we came back, it was apparent the pool had been used. They're not allowed to swim while we aren't home. As the youngest divulged, Mommy, I was in the room coloring. I never went swimming. The teen said that was not true, and she had gone swimming as well. Only the teens were punished. My wife refused to give the youngest any type of consequence. I later found her wet swimming suit hidden in the garage. My wife and I argued. I felt strongly that she needed to be punished not only for swimming, but also for lying.
All right.
After a relentless disagreement, I was silenced as she gave the youngest a very minimal consequence. The lying, blaming, and favoritism ultimately caused the teens to act out, understandably. Most of their consequences are to be given more chores, specifically the chores that the 6-year-old has. Or recently, they were removed from music lessons. I believe they're so frustrated that they don't even care when they verbally attack their mother after her unfair treatment towards them. After all, they already get blamed and punished for things that they don't even do. From my perspective, lashing out gives them a release. We've had countless tiring arguments. She either doesn't see her faults or we agree to do this and that, but it's never actually done. I decided to write her a performance review as a stay-at-home mom. Her areas in need of improvement, well, it was a lot. But I touched on how she needs to listen better, stop being biased, be fair in all her decisions, and stop making rash decisions without taking all 3 kids into consideration. I recommended that she give each child the same amount of one-on-one time alone to speak, or just be with one another so it wouldn't be an entire slap to her face. I gave her accolades on her strong points. I gave her accolades on her strong points for other areas aside from parenting. I guess I felt like this would work best because I could organize my thoughts on paper without her interjecting. However, it quickly backfired in my face.
Yeah.
She was quiet the first hour after I handed it to her. Then she
assassin.
completely exploded on me.
Yeah.
Said if we were going to do this type of stuff, she'll get a private bank account and take half my paycheck every week. She said that the review was abusive, manipulative, and sexist move. Am I in the wrong here?
Before we get started, I want to review a couple of points just to make sure I have this right.
Yeah.
The oldest two are teenagers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like 15 and older.
Right. And so one
The
is
youngest
from
one is 6.
okay. So 13-year-old female,
13.
who is his wife's daughter, so I'm assuming his stepdaughter.
Okay.
And a 15-year-old niece who
13.
they have custody of.
13 and 15,
Yep,
and
13
then a
and 15.
6-year-old.
And then a 6-year-old.
And then a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So we got 2 teenagers
Right.
and then a
6-year-old.
6-year-old. Okay. I'm ready to give my assessment.
All right.
All right, this guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
This guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
Right?
it is.
Like this dude, like
I went into it with like a small belief. I'm like, if he's writing this and we determine that everybody sucks here, there's a chance that the wife is crazy.
100%, and that's fine. And I'm not saying that she's probably wrong in the fact that
It's
the
noticeable.
6-year-old is getting away with murder to some degree. You know who other 6-year-old gets away with murder? Mine. Okay, because she's the youngest and she's
Yeah.
6. She's 6. So if you're 13 and 15 years old and you're lashing out at your mother, which he said that he thinks it's good for them to be able to lash back at.
Right.
Right.
You're already an idiot for that.
Right.
You're already an idiot for that. We're talking about 2 teenagers.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the wife is not an a-hole.
Right.
Like, I don't know her personally. I am saying that she is a stay-at-home mom, taking care of 3 females in the house. 2 of
Two
them are-
teenagers.
2 of them are teenagers. And you come home and,
And
write
one is her
to-
niece.
One is her
Right.
niece that you've taken in. And you felt the need to write. You're the only... I can't even talk right now. I can't even talk. My butthole is so tight right now because my wife would cut my off if I wrote her a performance review of her being a stay-at-home mom. As well she should. As well she should. He said this said. He said, I think it's a good idea for them to lash out. Dude, I hope she suffocates you in your sleep with a pillow. And said, not to death. I want you to feel
I
your
want you to
eyeballs
wake
getting
up.
stuck. And then she wakes you up and go, assess that.
Like, what's crazy is like, listen, guys, I know I told her everything she's doing wrong, but I did tell her that she has some good areas outside of parenting. Like, and so here's like the crazy thing too, when you read these, is this guy was the one writing it. So you know he's going to write it from a perspective of casting himself in the best
Exactly.
light.
He had all the power.
And he still sounds like the idiot.
And he still sounds like the idiot.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying. That tells me all I need to know
Exactly.
about this dude. It was like nobody else got to write this article. You wrote it, and you still look like a moron.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's oh my god. I'm
That's
so
hard to
uncomfortable
do.
right now. Katie would just string me up by my toes and beat me like a pinata and dare me to call the cops. Like, are you kidding me? Like, oh my god.
She'd be like, actually, you know what? I'm gonna have the kid call the cops, and you hit enter.
Oh my god, yeah, that old Medea line where she's like, "I'll dial the 9 and the 1. If you can get to the other one, God bless you." Like, I can't even. He said I wrote her a performance. Okay,
He said, I thought it was better to just write out my thoughts
listen,
than
I
having her interject what I was trying to say.
I understand the frustration because I was the older kid in the house.
Sure.
Yeah.
With the younger sister that got away with murder, which, by the way, she had her baby and
Congrats.
healthy
Shout out.
little baby Maddie.
Cute
I'm
little baby.
I'm officially uncle. Happy Mother's Day, her
What
first
up,
Mother's
Unc?
Day. But you were an a-hole as a child, so she was she got away with murder a lot when we were younger. So I get the frustration there.
Right.
But I was the older child, and she was, and like in this case, they are significantly older.
Yeah.
Right.
Than she is. She's 6 years
We're
old.
talking almost 10 years.
How
for
about
the
you
older
just
one.
be respectful as much as you can, and even when you're wrong, this is the good opportunity to teach these kids.
Parent your child.
Parent your child.
You can also give your
Parent your
daughter
child.
consequences.
100%. I mean, like
It's
you
not just on the mom.
Why does the mom get to determine? I mean, unless she's undermining him for punishments,
Sure.
that's fine.
But he didn't even say that she
Right.
was.
He
He was
didn't
saying
men-
she doesn't get
again,
consequences.
he left that part out of the article. He could have put in
Right.
But
there.
it's like that's context that like defends him. Like it doesn't even
My
defend her.
favorite
Like,
part is the pool story because one, the 6-year-old lies as 6-year-olds do.
That's what they
That's what
do.
6-year-olds do. But two, he's like trying to defend the older sibling that also broke the rule and went swimming.
right? Yes, it's like okay. Yes, the 6-year-old broke the rule, but it's probably because the teenagers broke the rule
Right.
as well. Like
Yeah, like how hard is it to pick up your phone and go, "We're trying to get Tammy from getting in the pool." I don't know why her name was Tammy. We're trying to get her from getting in the pool, and she keeps trying to get in there. Like, make that phone call, shoot that text message.
Yeah.
Like at some
it
point
clears you up.
At
Shoot-
some point, this
take
is
a
where,
picture. Boom, there she is in the pool.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
This is where you look at the two teenagers and go, "Hey, stop being the victim for a second and start thinking with your brain for a little bit,
Right.
And start thinking ahead. You got to be smarter
Than the
6-year-old
6-year-old.
who just learned to wipe her butt like roughly a year and a half ago. Like,
Right.
you can have receipts. She
out.
can't.
100%. She doesn't have a phone, and I love too where he's like, they're starting to get frustrated and they're really starting to. It's your house, dog. I don't care.
Yeah.
Y'all live here. You are more than welcome to express your frustrations. But at the end of the day, I just need you to be smarter and more mature than the child.
Right.
And I need this man to. Listen, I need you to understand how hard I am. It's like suppressing every bit of upraising to call this guy what I want to call him. But like, be better, sir. Like, you're not helping. You're making this one. And then this
Exactly.
MFer went on Reddit and
Yeah.
said, by the way,
He went to the internet.
my wife just got through threatening to take half our paycheck. I'm gonna come tell all you strangers about it. This dude doubled down on his idiot. He took
Yeah,
it to
he did.
Super Saiyan.
And part of me
Woo.
feels like too added more context. This would move from everybody sucks to he is in the wrong. Like,
And I
you
don't-
are the a-hole.
And my favorite part about all this too is that they determined that everybody was the a-hole in the
Wrong.
story.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even want to read those comments because it's just gonna make me.
gonna make you mad.
It's gonna make. I don't know. Like it's gonna start. It's like I'm stuttering.
Gotta reset Joe real quick so we can move on to the next story.
It's gonna send me.
Joe is descended into madness.
I just keep waiting for Katie to bust through the door in a second. That's my review.